Well, hey y'all. Welcome to Keena's Corner. I'm your girl Keena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. Here on Keena's Corner, I speak facts, opinions, truths, vulnerabilities, and need to knows. I thank you so much for being here in my corner. Hey mama, thank you, girl. If you hear y'all on Facebook, say hey. Let me know you're up in here. I appreciate you. If you have not, y'all, if you have not liked the video, no matter which platform you're on, if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, give me a like and all that good stuff. Share, subscribe if you feel the need. Um, I would appreciate it. Of course, when you interact with my content on Facebook or YouTube, when you interact, that's how Facebook and YouTube is gonna know that you enjoy it. So please, if you would for me, give me a like and all that good stuff. Let me know you're up in here. You can comment. So, y'all, tonight for this particular episode, it's a week, honestly, that I'll probably never like pass by and not like have a thought or a memory about the past, right? So, this particular year, thank you so much, sis, for coming. Y'all stick around to the end. I appreciate you. I got a little news or want to share some stuff with you at the end. Y'all stick around for me. But for this particular episode that I'm speaking on, this topic, again, like I was saying, I'll probably never pass by this week in particular and never have like a thought or a memory like of the past, right? So this week actually marked 3 years since I've been single, right? Now, again, if you know me, I don't celebrate the ending of like unions or stuff like that. I don't, right? But I do feel that just as much as people who are in relationships or in commitments or marriages, just as much as they get praise, people who are comfortable being alone, I think they deserve praise as well. So I'm gonna take the moment to pat myself on the back, give myself a little clap, a little round of applause. And if it's you, who's walked away from something toxic, or you just freed yourself from something that you knew that you could do better than, I applaud you too. So pat yourself on the back. You deserve that. So for me, this particular topic, if you read it, it's called Singleversary, a testimony. Again, it marks 3 years that I have been single, y'all. So for me, it's just a testimony of my healing. It's just a testimony. God took me through these things. He gave me this test so I'd have a testimony, and I do have one, right? For me, this is a testimony of my growth, of how I've healed, how I've overcome, right? Any trials, any tribulations, any obstacles in my way, right? For me, that's what it is, and it's very important. Hey, brother, thank you for coming. I actually did this. If y'all watching, I did that intentionally. A lot of y'all, like, I'll send you the topic like early in the week, like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I didn't text anybody right before just to see who would join, because I feel like at this point, my supporters know every Thursday night Kina going live, you know? And I understand people have lives and stuff like that, but I just want to see who's going to join. So I do appreciate y'all on here right now. Again, so this right here, me going through what I've gone through the last 3 years, is just me understanding and realizing how much I've actually grown, like growth that allowed me to see just how much I was actually worth. For me, it's a realization that, I understood just how much I accepted, how much I dealt with, how much I tolerated, right? God gave me this right here again in order for me to have a testimony, right? So for me, of course, I've grown and I'm proud of that because it takes a lot to actually go through things and learn from them. It does. It takes a lot. And me growing and me, doing so, I know that I'm not perfect, y'all. And I know there are many things that, I could have worked on to be a better me. That's what it takes sometimes when you sit and have those like self reflections or self like realizations about yourself. There was a time I did not know who I was. There was a time I did not know my worth. Those are facts. Y'all, when you don't know your worth, you're going to allow somebody else to do it for you. That's a word right there. Simple, what I just said, but that is a word. When you don't know your worth, you will allow somebody to do it for you, right? Somebody else gets to determine what you're going to stay for and what you're going to accept when you don't know your worth. So I had to sit and I had to be accountable, y'all, because I accepted these things. That's I'm all about accountability. Y'all know that about me by now. A lot of what we go through, especially women, we have to sit and take accountability for it because guess what? We allowed it. I allowed things, right? Nobody made me stay where I was. Nobody made me stay but me. Nobody made me stay. And honestly, at some point for you ladies, nobody made you stay but you, right? So sit and be accountable for things, just understand what you tolerated and why you did. That's the point. That's the thing that you want to do so you can grow and heal. So it's like me looking back or like hindsight. I get a chance to see what I was dealing with and you the same, right? When it's done like over and over, y'all, you have no choice but to sit still and reflect. You do actually have a choice, but honestly, like that time should be for you to heal. That time should be for you to take accountability. That time for you should be for you to forgive yourself and self-reflect. I'm gonna stop a little minute. Don't forgive yourself because now this is actually one of the harder things that I've dealt with over the last 3 years. Forgive yourself. I For a long time after this happened, y'all, I didn't get an apology. I didn't get any closure. I didn't even get an acknowledgement of what was done to me. Again, I didn't get an apology. I didn't get any closure. I didn't get any acknowledgement. I can't even talk. I'm getting choked up, y'all. I'm gonna try it again. For a long time, again, I've been single for 3 years, y'all. For a long time, and still, like to this day, I have not gotten an apology. I have not gotten closure. I have not gotten any acknowledgement of what was done to me, the hurt, the things that hurt me, the trauma that was done to me. I had never gotten an apology for it. So it's hard to forgive yourself when you dealing with that, right? Because you start to feel like if you've ever been in a position like this, or if you have not, I'm telling you, it's hard to, you start blaming yourself. You're going to have a lot of guilt. You're going to have a lot of guilt because, you're going to start feeling like, if they won't apologize, if they won't give me any closure, if they won't even acknowledge what was done to me, tell me they're sorry or just tell me something to help me move on better, help me sleep better at night, help me see that, damn, I wasn't just this evil ass person. If they don't give you that, y'all, you're going to blame yourself. And I was there for a very, very long time. I forgave them. I forgave the people that hurt me, but I still was in this place where honestly probably forgiving myself. I didn't even think about it, but I needed to do that as well. It was just so hard because I actually started to blame myself because I couldn't figure out why it happened, why it happened the way it did, I couldn't understand it. And for so long, I sat there trying to figure out what I had done so wrong for this to happen to me, you know, when I thought I was good, we were good, right? Thought that this was, the relationship that I would be in for the rest of my life. God showed me otherwise. But now, honestly, I'm in a place now where I still don't need any of what I didn't receive. I don't need an apology. I don't need closure, nor do I need any acknowledgement of what was done. I already know what was done to me. I did not need an apology. I did not need the closure. I've healed without it. And sometimes you have to get there because you can't sit in that energy where you're just blaming yourself for what somebody else chose to do to you. What you do is you get up and pack your shit and you keep going. I didn't got emotion. I'm about to cry, y'all. But I'm joyful though. I'm not sorrowful in any way. I'm not sad in any way. Just joy. Cause at one point your girl didn't think she was gonna make it out. I didn't. So forgive yourself, y'all, and self-reflect. So I'm not the type of person, y'all, to go from person, you like man to man, hoping that it's gonna make me forget about my past. I'm not that type of person. I never will be that type of person. I actually sat still and I actually wanted to heal. I wanted to do so, right? And honestly, it did work. In fact, it did work. It works. Singleness does not always equate to loneliness. Somebody hear me say that. Just because you're single does not mean that you're lonely, right? I hope you know that. Getting under a new man, y'all, to get past the an ex, that ain't it either. People say that all the time. How I get over a new man is to get under another one. I mean, maybe a flex for you is not for me. For me, the flex is me being able to sit by myself, y'all, and heal, not needing the comfort of another man to do it for me. Me being able to sit there by myself and to get over someone. Of course, now I'm not saying over these 3 years that your girl been completely abstinent. I'm not saying that, but I did wait until I was ready. There ain't no point you going out and sleeping with folks and trying to, see if you still got it and see if people still want you when you know you're not ready, when you know your heart is not ready, right? There is not no need, baby, because if you trying to rebound or you're just trying to find somebody to validate you, baby, you don't need people to validate you. And besides, sex is sex. When you're not healed, when you still trying to get over an ex, that's not gonna fill that hole in your heart. Period. Hope you feel me, cause word. So there was a time, y'all, when I knew that things had changed. Like I felt it. Speaking on my testimony, for me, literally, that woman intuitions is not gonna fail you. It don't lie. It don't lie, right? That's not. I felt that, y'all. My intuition was on point. Period. Like when I was at this place, when my intuition was, nagging at me and tugging at me, and I knew stuff, and I just couldn't quite figure it out at the time. Like I couldn't prove it. That thing right there was used to my disadvantage. Not my advantage, but disadvantage. Certain things I couldn't prove, but I knew it was used to my disadvantage. I felt so fucking crazy. I felt crazy, y'all. I did. I felt crazy. Like, I remember when I finally knew and I could prove it. One thing that really hurt me, that really stuck out to me, y'all, I was, when I could prove it, y'all, I was sitting there crying my eyes out. My belly was big as hell, pregnant. And at that moment, y'all, my face was laughed in. My face was laughed in. Now, you just imagine it. I get, I'm a, I was pregnant, right? Um, Pregnant at the time, emotional probably already, but not really, But I knew what I knew, and then I had my face laughed in when I could prove it. Imagine how you feel. That hurt. Y'all ain't lying. That shit hurt. So if I'm at that point, I'm married, I'm pregnant as hell, I had already been feeling crazy. So plenty of days before that, plenty of days and nights I had cried like hell, you know, and only for me to get to the, I guess, the root of it, I could actually prove it. And just still at that moment to have my face laughed in. Ooh, that shit hurt. Y'all, baby. It hurt. It hurt. That's something that I will never forget because it felt physical. You know how people be like, words don't hurt. Ooh, well, actions and words do hurt. I ain't gonna lie, they hurt. It felt physical, like somebody had actually hit me. That's what it felt like, y'all. I've had health issues that put me at risk for cancer, y'all. But God, right? Thankfully, a lot of people actually don't know this. I was cleared in August just of this year. I don't have to deal with that anymore, right? It's like I thought I was happy there, y'all, but I saw how much happier I was like alone, how much happier I've been by myself. That's a blessing. How much happier I've been once I gained my independence. Once I knew that I can stand on my own 2 feet, that I didn't need anybody to validate me, that I didn't need anybody to make me feel whole, that I didn't need anybody to complete me. Even that I didn't need anybody else to make me happy, that I had to do that first. That's my responsibility to make myself happy. That's a blessing. So when I stopped depending on others, that's a blessing. That's when I learned. That's where, I just thank God for. Nobody got to say it, y'all, but you need to understand that when you stay in unhealthy places, it's apparent and obvious, baby. Your self esteem, it needs work. Mine did. Mine did. Like I didn't think enough of myself, and that's just fact. That's honest. Me being completely honest, I didn't think enough of myself. Being alone though has forced me to focus on me. I don't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. It just focused. I had no choice but to put that focus on myself because I'm here. Nobody but me. Nobody but me. Right? There were things like certain things necessary for me to address about me, for me. Right? My self esteem was one. My worth was one, y'all. My confidence was one. Another issue, my codependency was one. right? Being alone did hurt me, y'all. It was very painful when it first happened. I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. It isolated me, even though, there were people there for me. Those same people still here, but I just felt alone, even when I had people there for me, right? Being alone made me uncomfortable, but I had to remember, y'all, that being uncomfortable is just a temporary thing. It's temporary, it's not permanent. It's not permanent. And when you're uncomfortable, God is making you and molding you into what you're supposed to be. Understand that all the love that you give somebody else, baby, you have got to give that same love and more to yourself. Talking to myself too, right? It's a realization that I had to come to, right? So many people like see people who are single, they see them as like less valuable. And, I don't think that holds any truth, none whatsoever. I'm glad that I'm able to be in such a place with so much peace and so much joy. I'm glad to be there. What's sad is anyone who's unhappy, y'all, but they choose to stay. That's what's sad. And it's no judgment, but it is sad. The thing is, I feel complete just even being by myself. I feel complete. I don't need anybody else to make me feel complete. I don't. Ooh, that's a blessing. I'm no longer in a place, y'all, where I'm going to dim my light in fear of me intimidating somebody else. I'm not doing that. Right. And know that, when you just being yourself, baby, people will hate you for that, for being yourself. The way that you don't tolerate bullshit or be anybody's fool, y'all, people will hate you for that. You know what I'm saying? People will hate you for that. It's not necessarily that you have everything in the world going for yourself, like you wealthy, like, you got it all together, you know, that you're even arrogant or cocky, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Even when you be you be at a point like I'll be like, shit, I ain't got nothing for you to hate on. People will hate you for just being yourself. Just that one thing. And you having like quite traits and qualities that they don't have, that they don't possess, or for the way that people love you. People will hate you for that. That's a blessing. I'm speaking. For some y'all, it'll be fine like if you stay and you accept what they put you through. But when you leave, it's gonna be a problem. That's a word. For some, it will be fine, y'all, if you stayed and you accepted what they put you through, baby. But when you leave, it's definitely gonna be a problem. Like it. For me, I was slept on, but that's okay, y'all. Sometimes people need to sleep on you. People are going to sleep on you sometimes, but God ain't doing nothing but showing you who ain't meant for you, period. Sometimes God will hide you in plain sight. Ooh, word. Sometimes God will hide you in plain sight. That is fact. The ones that who should see your value, y'all, sometimes they won't, and that's okay too. That is okay. That's okay. That's simply the way that God planned it for you, and you can't convince me otherwise. Now I'm in a place like where I don't care about being right, baby. I don't care about telling my side of the story. I let whoever think whatever. Period. I ain't clearing up shit. Believe what you want. Because it's possible that in somebody's story, baby, you may actually just be the villain. There ain't no point. Some things you're not gonna win. Some arguments you're not gonna win. Ain't no need in arguing about it. Now I'm in a place, y'all, where I'm okay with not receiving an apology, any acknowledgement, any closure. Like you don't want to be in a place where you're weak over somebody. You don't want to be in a place where they play you for weak. Because no matter what they do, y'all, they know that you're gonna be there. Ladies and fellas, there is no need in fighting over somebody's heart. There is no need. Because their heart gonna go where it chooses anyway. Ooh, did you hear me? Did you hear me? Eventually, y'all, I healed and I only fought for respect. I'm still, in this place. I've healed, and the only thing I fight for now is just respect, just to be respected. Let me tell you something I noticed, y'all. After my testimony. After my separation, baby, when I was hurt, hurt and crying every day, and baby, everybody was so freaking nice to me. When I was hurt, I mean, crying every day, couldn't look folks in the face because if I did, I was gonna cry. I've been there. Like I couldn't look at certain people. If I look at them, I would cry because I was so hurt. When I was hurt and crying every single day, baby, people were so nice to me. But the very moment, y'all, the very moment, I'm not making it up, the moment that I started to heal, that I started to gain my strength back, that I started to gain my confidence back, pick my head back up. Baby, I was hated. I was hated. There's no lie. When I started to set boundaries, y'all, when I didn't chase, when I didn't beg, I was hated and disliked. Crazy work, right? Crazy. I'm so thankful I'm in a place now, where I know that I can and I will make it. I've been doing it thus far, right? I can and I will make it. You know, I did it this long and I even proved that to myself. I ain't know I could at the beginning either. I didn't think so either, right? I'm so glad to be in a place of forgiveness, baby. I'm in that place where I can forgive people and I wish them well and don't wish any evil or harm or, any ill will towards these people, even though I don't fuck with them and I don't have to either, right? I'm glad I'm not in a place where I used to be. Like, I wanted to see these people hurt just like they hurt me. I wanted them to feel every ounce of pain that I did, but now I don't. Now I don't. I'm thankful to be there, y'all. So for me, from health scares, y'all, from health scares, from a break in my commitment, right? Betrayal, excruciating hurt that I can't even describe to you if I tried. Me going through every single emotion that you can imagine, like in a matter of hours, I'm blessed to say that I'm still here, that I'm still going, right? I handle this mommy shit like a boss. I'm proud of myself. I'm an author, y'all. I work a 9 to 5. I make sure my boys are taken care of. I cook, I clean, and I still making my business to help others and encourage other people by speaking. I could have turned bitter. I could have been bitter. I could have been hating people. I could have been asking God why. I could have turned my back on God. I could have given up on love. That's just something I refuse not to do because it's life. And what God gave me, I know that it's something behind it. It's a test. He gave me a test for this testimony, right? The mess for this message. So it could have turned me bitter, but here I am, still being a gentle soul. Like, I got a pure and genuine heart, right? I'm not perfect, but I try to do right by people all the time. I don't judge a soul. And here I am still trying to encourage and uplift other people. Here I am still believing that God has somebody out there for me because I know He does. That's it. Y'all, more than anything, though, out of all of this, I did learn my worth. I did learn my worth, y'all. That in itself is, for me, is worth celebrating 3 years of singleness. 3 years of singleness, 3 years of being alone and learning about myself and what I will no longer tolerate. That is a blessing, y'all. I'm in a place, you know what I'm saying, right now where I'm not begging, I'm not asking more than once, I'm not accepting or tolerating anything less than what I know I deserve. And that's just fact. That is fact. I'm done, y'all. That is my spiel. Are y'all here? Say something to me. Thank you, Mama, for coming. Who's over here? Who's on Facebook? Y'all say something. Young, thank you, baby, for coming. I appreciate y'all. Brother, man, look, Queso, what you want me to call you? You want me to call you by your government? Appreciate y'all for coming. China, I appreciate you so much. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, China came from TikTok and she been showing up. She show up for the girl. Trying to figure out why you listen to things happen to you. Absolutely. Yes, you definitely can feel the shift. If you a woman, you have got it. Young baby, thank you so much for sticking around. But don't leave yet. I'm about to ask y'all something for a little participation. I'm gonna let y'all go, okay? Hey mama. But yeah, you can definitely feel a shift. If you're a woman, you got that intuition, you just can't ignore it. And we good at that. We good at it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about this last week or 2 weeks ago. Sometimes I hate praying for stuff because I know God gonna do it. Like, you be like, God, show me this, or God reveal this, or God reveal who ain't real, or God show me this, or you know, show me what He doing. Oh, sometimes I hate praying because He gonna show do it for you, baby. And it's like you just got to be ready to move. God gonna give you the intuition first, because you know you ain't tripping, and don't mess around and pray about it. Oh man, whatever you didn't want to know, or you were scared about knowing, or you were skeptical about asking, it's coming. Am I frozen? It like it's buffering over here on YouTube. I don't know if I am or not, y'all. Okay. Well, look, y'all. So If you are still here, or if you come at a later date and watch this video, all right, I'm about to make my announcement. I'm gonna let y'all go. I sure appreciate y'all for real for coming and for sticking around. But if you are here, or if you come at a later date, y'all, my 50th, my 50th episode of Keena's Corner is next week. Okay, 50th episode. And it's, hey, y'all clap or something, put some snaps or put a, the little emoji where they blowing the confetti, whatever. So my 50th episode, y'all, is next week. Any fans, any listeners, subscribers, followers, supporters, I need your help. Now, for this 50th episode, I want to host another Q&A or AMA episode. And Q&A, question and answers, or AMA, ask me anything. And if you remember that episode that I did, all I did was just answer questions on it. Now, um, if you participate, I would love y'all too, so I can have a nice little lengthy show next week. For my 50th episode, I ask that first that you send me something you've enjoyed about Keena's Corner, about this podcast. Okay, that's first. So if you're gonna participate next week for my 50th episode, please first I ask that you send me something that you enjoyed about Keena's Corner. Do that first with the rest. But I'm gonna keep going. Secondly, thank you, Mama. Secondly, send me two questions, just two. Send me two questions, whether it's personal or, like a personal question for me, or either a question that you want advice on. I do that too. I'm not a counselor, but, I always get asked for advice. So we did this last time. So again, if you want to participate, please do. I would appreciate it. First, send me something that you've enjoyed thus far about Kingdom's Corner podcast. Again, this will be my 50th episode. Then the second thing I want you to do is send me two questions that you have. That can be personal questions for me, or that can be any questions that you want advice on. Just like the last episode I did, there was a Q&A or AMA. Ask me anything. If it's personal, even if you don't tell me to, if I feel the question is personal, you send me, I will not announce your name. Keep in mind though, if you send me something that's not personal and you don't mind about your name being read, I will read your name out. And do keep in mind as well, these are going on YouTube and they will go on the podcast sites as well. So if it's personal or you just don't want your name said, then tell me that. But I will need your help. Okay. So y'all got between I really prefer y'all start thinking about your questions now and it's something you've enjoyed thus far so I can read it out. Start thinking about it now, and probably by the weekend or at least Monday or Tuesday, send them to me because I do start working on the episodes over the weekend if I can. So y'all do that for me. If you need my any of my socials, all of them are in my bio. All of them. Even if you're on a podcast site, my socials are on there. So again, y'all, before I get out of here, I wanted to ask that each of you go follow Keena's Corner Podcast page on Facebook. Please interact with the page, y'all. You got to interact with the page. Just drop stuff on there, something you learned, something you want me to speak on. Got to interact with the page. My Spotify listeners, y'all, you can comment now on episodes, so please utilize that option for me. I will respond to you. I'd appreciate that. To my YouTube subscribers, I'm available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, a bunch of other sites, y'all. All I got to do really is Google me if you can't catch a live here on YouTube. So you can just listen instead of watching the video. I thank y'all so much for tuning into season 5, episode 7. Correction, that's wrong. I'm way off. Thank you so much for tuning into season 5, episode 9, episode 49 in total. I enjoyed y'all. I can't see. Thank y'all again for tuning in, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed delivering the message. I thank you sincerely for being here, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. I will see y'all next week, same time, same place for my 50th episode. Again, send me your questions, send me your commentary, send me something you've enjoyed thus far about Keena's Corner, and I'll get your questions answered for you. Thank y'all again. I'm out, signing out. I love y'all so much. Mwah. Talk to you next week. Bye.